Today I'm going to be reviewing The Evil Dead. I have about as much time or more than anyone on the game. I have 4 maxed out characters, 2 demons, 2 survivors, no survivor about to be maxed, as you can see from my level 38 on the screen. Going to be going over about 10 categories and rating them, starting with one of the most important with recent games, multiplayer stability, which actually comes in at the highest out of all the categories at a 9.75. Multiplayer is very stable. It has triple crossplay, crossplay across all platforms, and it actually has no connection and disconnect issues. Very slight disconnect, about 2.5 to 5% of the time, which I'll get into in a moment. Overall, the multiplayer is good and very key in a game like this. But what's also key is the multiplayer fun. So the rating on that, I give it an 8. It's going to be a little bit preferential. Huge fans of the series are probably going to put it a little bit higher. If you're not a huge fan of the series and this type of game, you're going to put it a little bit lower. I like zombie games. I've watched the movies. I'm not really a fan of the series. I enjoyed them, but I couldn't tell you all the characters' names. Didn't know who was who going in. I forgot all that, but I enjoy the game. Matchmaking 8.5 at launch. Definitely, there's about top tier 6 or so characters that are top tier. So when you have multiple people trying to play the same character, they can't play that character. And sometimes, you get that person, oh, I can't play my character, and then they'll leave and you'll have to restart. There's also one other issue, not really big issue, but it is an issue with matchmaking in my opinion. When you finish the game, it doesn't automatically re-queue. So if you are playing with a squad of 4, I think you should just be able to re-queue the game, but no, you have to re-invite them in and then research for a new game. Not a big deal. It takes all of about 30 seconds to do, and it gives you the opportunity to put more levels in the character you're working on. But it would be nice to have that re-queue option. I think it just makes sense. Give it about an 8.5 rating because there's no other issues or things that I think could be better with it. About disconnects, like I mentioned, there's about a 2.5 to 5% disconnect from games from my personal experience over the course of 300 plus games easy. Very low disconnect rate, so that's not bad at all. Replay value, personally, I think it's about 7.5 for at least a couple months, and then depending how good the DLC is, which I'll get into in a moment. If you're a huge fan of the game, then the replay value is going to be a little bit higher. If you're not, replay value might be a little lower, but it's pretty decent. If you're enjoying the game, the multiplayer mode is pretty fun to replay. A lot of characters to max out, 4 demons to max out. It takes a while, and everyone has a unique style of gameplay. So there is a replay value in the game, and there is player base on the game. Everyone that I've talked to so far liked the game, recommending the game to their friends, and it's got a lot of crossplay. So if you're enjoying the game, it should always be able to find matches for the near future. Solo gameplay, I rated around a 6. There's not much missions. There's 5 missions. They're short. They're moderately difficult, but most people, if you're good at the game, are going to finish within 1 day doing the missions. And then solo queuing up as a random is not usually ideal. You're not going to really link up usually with the best players. The solo versus AI is really easy, so that's not providing you a challenge. So I put that around a 6. Next up, we have another one that's pretty big in games today. Bugs that are game breaking or annoying. I put it about an 8.25. One in about every 20 games, I get a semi-annoying character bug. Usually, I can fix it very quickly. Sometimes I gotta go down to fix it. And I've seen other players get ones that I didn't get. It is pretty rare, but when you do get it, it can be highly annoying if you can't fix it in a couple seconds. So for that, I'm deducting 1.75 from the rating. Graphics, I put it around an 8. It's nothing crazy on the graphics, but it's not terrible. It's not like while you're playing, you're really like these graphics suck. It's pretty decent. As far as DLC, they have 4 planned DLCs with 1 confirmed new map. This game is probably going to pick up a little traction on player base in the near future with all the crossplay on it. If they do put out good DLCs, this could be big. I can't rate it because none of these DLCs have been released, but I do like that they have 4 planned DLCs and one of them is a map. I feel like new content over new gear and new weapons is really what gives games replayability. So that new map confirmed is a very good sign for their DLC plan, even though they have not released any specific roadmap. Price of the game, I put it at a 10. It's priced accordingly. It's not on the high end, it's not on the low end, and it does offer you a good amount of stuff for the price. Is the DLC worth it if you're not a fan? No. But the basic price of the game is very reasonable. Lastly, we have characters, weapons, abilities, skills, builds. How good are they? Do they offer you a variety? I'll put it about an 8. There's definitely clear S-type weapons, but most characters have their top weapon and then need RNG Jesus to go get the upgraded version of their best weapon. If you really search, you're going to find it, but it's not the best strategy to win. So a lot of times you're going to be using the basic version of your weapon unless you get very lucky. Couple builds for each demon and about 2 builds for each character, so that's nice because there is a good amount of characters and 4 demons, and it's very likely that they might add a couple more from the series in the DLCs. So overall, I think they offer you a pretty good variety. It's nothing crazy. There could be a little bit better weapons in the game, and other than that, they offer you a good variety. Overall, not adding up, I didn't add up all the numbers, but overall, I'd probably put the game around an 8. It's about a solid 8 if you like this type of game. And if you don't, I don't really know why you're watching this review. Anyway, that is my review of The Evil Dead. I hope that helps.